What is up, guys? Today's video is going to be a simple summoning video because I actually noticed I was doing Flow Runner, which is effectively one of the purple DJs who gives you awakening materials. And while I was doing that, I was actually realizing that the more that I kind of go in here, the more this dude is healing, and he's kind of healing for more damage than I can dish out. And at the time when I was looking at my roster, I didn't have anybody who was reducing what's this thing, the amount he could actually heal. Now when I look at the tooltips, it was saying I could do both heal reduction, which is that, or reduces AP. And honestly, reducing AP, I didn't see too much value, so I was looking for a heal reducer. So as you can see, we got a legendary in our first one, but this is going to be a different format where I want to see if I want to let the game play out, because a lot of the game aesthetically is also the music, so I kind of want to let the gameplay play out with the music playing, and then I'll jump in with commentary every now and again. So let me know if you guys enjoy this format in the comments, and if not, I can go back to just commenting throughout the entire thing. But I think in some cases this does work a lot better because you can actually enjoy the vibe a little bit more. There we go, there's Lewis right there, so that is actually quite amazing. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Please enjoy the rest of the summons. We managed to actually get some quite the haul, but I'll meet you guys at the end of the summoning to just talk about everything. Alright. Alrighty guys, that was actually a really nice haul. So let's just go ahead and collect everything that we need to collect here, and we're just gonna browse through what we got. We actually got two characters who actually can reduce healing, and I'll be trying them both. So let's just quickly take a look at them. So what we'll be doing here is just doing some general upgrades and things like that, just upgrading from the dupes that we got. So this is going to be this entire section where I'm just doing that. It's actually important to upgrade, and actually you'll see I turn on this popularity just to see what people are most likely leaning towards. But there is a reset button if you ever need to reset in case you want to create your own type of build. So that is quite important to just take note of. So the people I'm focusing on is going to be my Anubis, which is the Drew and the Artemis. Those two I'm really trying to get to like level 50 upwards, right? So at the very least I'm trying to get them to level 60 between Drew and under Artemis. If I can get those to 6 stars, level 60, that's going to be great. And if I can get as many dupes as I can for both, it's going to be great. It's going to be easier for Drew, which is, well, basic because he's a 3-star unit, and that is the point that I'm building him, because he's a 3-star unit. And I said from the beginning, this dude is probably going to be my favorite dude from the get-go, so I'm gonna stick to that and actually fully build him out. And there's a few other characters that I'm building as well, as you will see throughout this video, where I'm just kind of upgrading the ones that I do want to build and things like that. So Bryn is also obviously one of them. So let's not get that wrong. So Bryn is 100% one of them. I don't know how useful she's gonna be overall, but yes, she's the starter character, but she does quite a bit. She freezes on her ultimate skill, and then she what's this thing? She raises everybody's attack on one of her other skills, and her basic attack effectively does something as well. I can't remember what it does, but she is useful. All her skills are pretty useful, and she is who's this thing? Is it Changpu? Shangpu. Okay, I butchered that. I am sorry. She's one of the healers that I'm focusing on. Helena is also good, but like resource material is quite limited, so I'm not entirely certain if I should be focusing on Helena or not, but it's kind of a tough toss-up where she's a better all-rounder in terms of a healer, but Helena heals one person a lot harder than she would, for example. But she has heals on 2 skills. And here we go, man. Jiangman, the girl herself. She's actually the girl I spoke about, the character I spoke about in one of my previous episodes. And honestly, bro, like, I'm so psyched that I actually got her. This Nether Bloom combination with Artemis is absolutely insane. So I'm definitely gonna build her up, put her in the same team with Artemis. This is gonna be sort of like my PvE clearing team. I'll probably use it a lot in PvP as well, while my characters are still low leveled and stuff like that. While I'm trying to figure out sort of what are the metas in going into PvP and how am I going to counter those metas with my own strategy. By the way, guys, I'm not looking at any tier lists again. I am going in blind, just gonna create my own teams. Unfortunately, you might not see too much diversity because I don't have too many characters from the get-go. So what I'll be doing, every time I can do about 20 to 40, maybe 50, 60 pulls, I'll go ahead and do a summoning video just so I can get some characters in, and then after that we'll then do a long save for a big summoning video. But for now, I actually do need these characters so I can level them up, get them to max. They are max 30. I'm not actually leveling these characters beyond that, so you'll see here that I'm just testing out the combo, and here I finally got it right. But I'm not gonna level most of these characters. I'm just gonna leave at 30, figure out their usefulness, and should I find that usefulness, I'll upgrade them even further. So Bryn, I'm only gonna keep her at 40, for example. I know she started out as a 3-star, but then, you know, I had a lot of Bryn, and she's the starter character and she's a nice support, so I took her to 4 stars. But then I realized I can't do that for every single character. So what I need to do is actually relax. So you'll see me testing out a few other characters. Some of them, their skills are not as intuitive, and I don't necessarily like to read throughout, right? Some of the skills don't make sense because I understand there must be a combo, but I like intuitive skills. So as good as characters are, they might not see a place in my roster until I figure out exactly what their purpose is, you know? So she does some AoE attack down and sleeps, which could be really useful. But again, I'm only gonna level her up to her maximum, but not upgrade anybody again until I find their ultimate usefulness. So ultimately that's what's gonna have to happen, because it's just the best way I find to kind of get through the game itself, right? For now anyway, right? Because if I don't understand their usefulness, I won't understand whether I need to level them up or not. That's kind of basics, you know. And I think at level 30, most characters should be able to perform decently at the very least in PvE. I'm already at stage 11 now, actually, weirdly enough. Actually, no, during the time of this particular video, I was probably at around stage 9 or so, but by the next video, which you will see soon, well, tomorrow effectively, if you're watching this on the day the video is uploaded, so you'll see it tomorrow, you will actually notice that I'm much higher there. I won't show that to you, but I'm just letting you know. But there's only 12 story stages, so far. I don't know if they unlock more after you hit 12. So the goal would be try to hit stage 12, try to finish that, and once that's finished, level up all the characters as much as I can. And then once that's done, I'll do an account overview video where I have all the characters at max, where I'm sort of talking about my thoughts on who else I want to be starting to upgrade besides Anubis and Artemis, which is Drew and Mona. And some of these characters seem interesting, and it's really hard to say, but by that point maybe I will have done another summoning video. Like for example, we have this summoning video where I did about 40 summons. Maybe by that time I'll have another 40 summon video, but the whole point is by the time I do the account update, I should have all the characters that I feel are useful at the very least to level 30 maximum, and then we're going to be talking about them. So that's going to be really good. A lot of these characters that we got are actually quite strong, so it's kind of exciting to try to figure out what kind of teams I might want to build with these guys as well. So it is quite interesting. I honestly love the designs of some of these characters, and it's just fantastic. No wait, if I'm not mistaken, I did get yeah, but anyway, we'll talk about that stuff later. So yeah, so honestly this was a really good summoning session video, and I realized that the drop rate for legendaries might not be as high as I thought. So we will be getting the legendaries every now and again. So even if you do about 60 pulls or so, anywhere from 20 to 60 pulls, you have a good shot of getting a legendary, even if you're not all the way down in the pity pool. I was actually thinking this was the type of game where you were getting legendaries well towards the pity, but that's not the case. You could basically get a legendary at any point in time. So that is pretty good, but we're not going to be focusing on the legendaries. We'll level them up, but those are not going to be our primary units and our primary characters that are going to carry us. The legendaries are sort of going to be supplementary, and will determine their usefulness based on how good they are at their max level without any upgrades and whatever. Because at the end of the day, you have to get like multiple dupes to kind of get their skills up, and I don't want to waste ascension materials on like just anybody, you know what I mean? And also these skill up tomes, I don't just want to throw them around just because it's a legendary, unless they're absolutely useful. So far I'm only using them again on Artemis, Mrs. Mona herself. Like I said, she's the only one that I'm going to be focusing on in terms of my main AoE damage dealer, because she does quite a bit. And then the other one is Leon here. So Leon I'm actually interested in because Leon has the skill that's gonna help with the flow runner, which is gonna reduce the amount of healing that he can do, and he does it on his basic attack, which I assume he should be basic attacking more often, since one of his other skills is a passive. So he's either going to be alternating between a seer that he has in his kit, as well as the basic attack, which is, so seer basically increases the amount of damage dealt, and the basic attack will reduce the healing. So it's actually it's basically a win-win. So right here, as I was mentioning, so the seer increases damage received by 25% for the character, and then the passive also transfers one buff from the value for, right, so it does that, and then it adds diseased, as we mentioned as well. This is another character, Layla, who also has diseased, and we will be looking at her as well. So we'll kind of get into it. And some of these other characters I might not use, but I will try to level them up. But they have low priority on my list, honestly, because I don't find value in them. I've been trying to level up Fenrir, but I'll get to him. So I'll get to him eventually. Alright, so I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at her, man. Absolute vision of beauty right here, with the skull on her chest, boys. Oh, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.